The next case is Dexter Austin Apartments
So what that means that
is versus Bithia
You got
Nara
to pay
Velasquez
$1,000,
and
bitch.
Arturo Rodriguez. Who's here on behalf of Dexter?
I'm here, Your Honor. Yasmin, the Dexter.
Yasmin, okay. And is Bithia Velasquez or Arturo Rodriguez here?
They did not check in during check-in time, but Ms. Velasquez did say that they were planning on being here.
Well,
Or they're trying to log on.
They're trying to log on?
Yes, but that was almost an hour ago. If
Austin versus John Adame and Melissa Baker. Is that you, Miss Yasmin?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you were previously sworn. The rent is 1013, is that right?
Correct.
And you just want July prorated at 980, is that correct?
Yes and no. Their lease contract expired on the 24th of this month of July.
Okay.
They're still currently. Hold on. I'm sorry, somebody's here screaming. Oh, I think Bithia's here. Hold on. She's Bithia. Oh, no. We're not doing that. We're on court right now. Give me 1 second.
No, you are she already dismissed my case.
She did not dismiss your case. The reason
Okay, tiene que yo te voy a esperar una pinche hora.
Okay.
Una pinche hora.
Give me a second.
Don't be fucking like that.
I was not. You were not on the phone.
I was on the fucking phone. Do you need fucking?
Okay. You have to give.
Aquí.
Okay. Do you want to go and log in? Because you're literally on live.
I can't fucking log in.
Okay.
I can't log in.
Bithia, you have to call. You have
Yo
to.
llamé una mira. Aquí te voy a enseñar.
Tell her to go try the phone number again, Miss.
Una pinche hora.
Do you hear the judge? Bithia, do you hear the judge? She's telling for you to log in.
Velasquez.
I can't.
Miss Velasquez.
All right, everyone, buckle up, because today's courtroom drama is one for the books. We've got Dexter Austin Apartments versus Bishop Rodriguez. And from the very start, things are chaotic. Miss Velasquez didn't check in on time. The plaintiff is tense, and the judge is trying to maintain order amidst utter confusion. We're talking about people literally trying to log in for court, getting frustrated, yelling over each other, and the tension is almost palpable. Stick around, because by the end of this case, there's going to be eviction drama, some jaw-dropping courtroom interactions, and you're not going to believe how it all unfolds. And don't forget, I want to hear your thoughts. Who's handling this chaos better, the plaintiff or the judge? Drop it in the comment below.
Mira, una pinche hora. Wait, mira.
Look, listen.
Mira, 54 minutes. Right here.
Miss
54 minutes. I was waiting.
I understand. We tried to message
I can't log in. They didn't give me the passcode. They gave me the fucking.
There's no passcode. You just need the. Can you try again, and we'll let you in right away.
Don't dismiss. The what?
You're on live, by the way.
I know I'm on live.
Miss
And I've been 54 minutes.
She
on this
told
fucking case. 54 minutes.
I
Almost
know.
an hour.
Can you try? Can you call again, and we'll let you right in? Okay.
They didn't give me the password. They gave me the passcode.
There's no password.
They didn't know.
Look, look, just dial right here. Look, dial this number.
Tell her to dial the number, and we'll let her in.
There's no reason.
There's no
Mamacita,
reason.
mira, mi amor.
I
Mira,
understand.
55 minutes. That was
That's how you
55 minutes. Like, really, look. For real. Que no me encabrone. Que no me encabrone. Oh,
I'm sorry.
Yo me calmé.
Hold on,
we have 3 more cases, right, Miss Yasmin?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you, Your Honor. It's just that I have her in the office and I cannot hear you. I'm sorry. We were going based on John Adame's case,
No,
and
go back
then
to Velasquez.
hold
Right.
on. John Adame, actually, their lease contract expired on the 24th of this month.
So
They
that
have
would
not,
be $784.
correct.
Okay,
This part is pure frustration condensed into digital form. Imagine being in court and you can't even unmute yourself. Ms. Velasquez is trying. The judge is giving instructions, and it's almost an hour into this case. What you're witnessing is a modern courtroom nightmare. Zoom fails, missed check-ins, and absolute miscommunication. And it highlights something critical. Technology is supposed to make our lives easier, but when stakes are high, like eviction proceedings, every small glitch magnifies tension. You can see the plaintiff's patience wearing thin, and the judge trying to keep control. It's an incredible mix of real-life stress and procedural precision.
Which is their prorated amount plus this amount for the remaining of the month. They have not yet also paid the rents previous. Sorry, Your Honor. They have not paid a little bit of their June rent as well, so I'm trying to grant possession of
No,
it.
que go back to my case, ¿no? To the judge. Porque a mí ni siquiera me dieron el pinche paso.
Yes, I want to get possession of this unit of John Adame and Melissa.
okay. Is there any left owing in June?
For the month of June, it's $213, Your Honor.
Okay. So it's 997 is what,
Correct.
oh, okay.
Yes,
And the appeal bond is 2026.
correct.
Okay. So we've got Dexter versus Jonathan Rodriguez.
Yes, for Jonathan Rodriguez, he has not paid for the month of July, which is this month.
Right.
Lease
I just heard her and her.
lease contract expired July the 3rd of this month of this year.
Okay.
Their rent is 1,335, so I'm asking for 1,335 along with late fees and judge
I can
court
just
costs.
give you the background.
Correct. Yes.
So,
Okay, so I need you to just have a seat and we're gonna go ahead and call
Okay,
it.
well, cuando yo estaba hablando, when I was talking, I was like, hello, can
Lydia.
you hear me? I was almost an hour. Aquí está, in the record. Almost an hour.
You wanna take a
You have one have a seat and then she can go ahead and give you a call. You can go ahead and.
No.
Yeah, Judge, I think she
You're
was
gonna
I think she was the phone number, and I called out to push *6 to unmute.
Did you
a
hear
few
she said-
times.
I'm sorry, say that
No.
again?
If you're calling in through the phone number, you push *6 to unmute, and I repeated that a few times before we started the case.
You heard that, Vidya?
right,
I
she
heard
wouldn't
that.
unmute.
I didn't hear that before.
Now watch this unfold. The defendant is literally on the phone, but can't get unmuted. The judge is calm but firm, trying to get things moving. Meanwhile, the plaintiff is exasperated. They just want a resolution. There's a high level of emotional intensity here. We have confusion, frustration, and a ticking clock. This is the kind of courtroom moment that is both chaotic and fascinating. You can see the human element. The stress of eviction cases doesn't just exist on paper, it's lived in real time, right here. It's also a subtle lesson in civility. How you communicate under pressure can change everything.
Versus Christopher Moore, I have misdemeanor files 241722, 241589, 241136, and then we have a felony file. This is 241796 FY appearances.
Morning, Your Honor. Jeffrey Santo on behalf of Mr. Moore. As to the state cases, we've waived formal reading, asked for warrants to be recalled. As of the city case, that's set for pre-trial on the 5th, and request would waive formal reading and stand mute.
Okay, so as to 241796 FY, the felony case, this is a charge of home invasion, third and domestic violence. Mr. Moore, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say orally or in writing can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney, and you have a right to have that attorney present during any future questioning and any future court hearings. In the event you can't afford an attorney, one will be appointed to represent you. You have 2 court dates within the next 21 days. Your first court date is your probable cause conference, which you can appear at via Zoom. And that is set for August 26th of 2024. Following that, on September 9th of 2024, you will have your preliminary examination. At that examination, the prosecutor will have to show that a crime was committed and probable cause exists to charge you with that crime. With respect to the remaining 3 cases, we have a State of Michigan versus Christopher Moore on 1136. State of Michigan versus Christopher Moore on 241589, and then we have a City of Taylor case 241722, and that's the B&E. As to all of those.
Here's an important takeaway. The plaintiff is stepping into a mediator role, helping the defendant reconnect. It's unusual, but necessary in a Zoom-based courtroom. The judge's role is to maintain order. But look at how procedural rules interact with human error. The defendant's inability to log and almost turns into a complete derailment of the case. But notice the judge's methodical approach. She pauses, resets, and ensures instructions are clear. This is a textbook example of how courtroom procedure meets real-world chaos. The lesson? Even small technical failures can become major drama if not handled with patience and clarity.
Warrants have been set aside. They'll be set for pre-trials.
Judge, I would note that Moynihan is on. I would just ask that the 2 misdemeanor state cases be set for the 26th as well.
The misdemeanor state case be set for
Yes.
is the 26th, so that's a Monday?
That's the same day you set for the PCC.
Oh, okay, so we'll just have them all.
the same parties.
All right.
Then the state, or the city case, I think is September 5th, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, there's a date of September 5th on that one. And then Ms. Moynihan, all 3 of the felony matters, then when we come in for the arraignment, or I'm sorry, the probable cause conference on August 26th, we'll just have those 2 misdemeanor files follow the felony. Now, as to bond. Ms. Moynihan, is there anything you have to say as to bond?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Tina Moynihan on behalf of the people, P84-692. Judge, we were in court on Monday. I was there as the prosecutor covering the docket for Ms. Sob and Ms. Davidova, and Mr. Moore was supposed to appear for an arraignment. He did appear by Zoom momentarily and then disappeared. He would not speak with Mr. Gizicki. With my understanding, Mr. Gizicki attempted to have conversations to proceed with the arraignment. And then Mr. Moore decided to log off before the case was ever called. My understanding, he then contacted the courthouse and spoke to a clerk downstairs and made threats to the court that if he came up to the courthouse that something was going to happen.
Let's break down the numbers here. The rent is $1,013, prorated for July at $980. Previous months still have balances. June unpaid $213, late fees included. The appeal bond is $2,026. This is more than just financials. It reflects a legal mechanism to regain possession of property. From a legal standpoint, the judge is balancing precision with fairness. She's ensuring every dollar is accounted for, every timeline noted, and every right respected. Cases like this are about procedure as much as drama. And for viewers, take note of how clarity in paperwork, communication, and procedure can literally determine whether someone keeps their home.
The complainant who appeared by Zoom that there was an incident from the night prior, which would have been Sunday night. In that incident, Judge, there has been a warrant requested. I am in the process of reviewing that this morning. The allegations there are that the defendant broke into the complainant's home again overnight, forced his way into the home. He then adjusted cameras throughout the home that the complainant had so that he could not be observed. He's seen wearing all black, a hoodie, as well as a mask covering a portion of his face. He then enters the complainant's bedroom. He pulls a gun from his pocket and then shows that to the complainant, claiming that her fingerprints were on that gun and putting her in fear of an altercation ensuing further from that. He's then seen leaving the location by the complainant and heading out in an unknown direction. My understanding is that he's been staying across the street at the home across the street from her residence. And I believe that that is also going to be considered a violation of his bond that's been issued, that he's had no contact with the complainant, that he's not returned that residence. And then there's allegations of new criminal activity. In addition, Judge, to his failure to stay in court until the case was called on Monday, I do believe that Mr. Moore is a danger to the complainant as well as to the public as a whole. He shows a wholesome inability to comply with the court's orders. I would be asking for a $250,000 cash surety bond, no 10% with a GPS tether and house arrest if he were to be released. And I would ask that there be a 2-mile radius from the complainant's residence.
Just when you think the first case is settled, we pivot to Christopher Moore, and wow, this case cranks the tension up another level. We're talking felony charges, home invasion, and domestic violence. The judge reads rights, explains upcoming hearings, and sets the stage for something far more intense. This isn't just about property. It's about personal safety, legal accountability, and potential criminal consequences. The courtroom energy here is heavy. Even though you're seeing it on Zoom, the gravity is real. As viewers, brace yourself. The contrast between a civil eviction and a violent felony hearing couldn't be starker.
Anything, Mr. Fanto?
Well, I guess we have allegations that I don't know that the court should take into consideration relative bond as these cases stand. However, I would note that Mr. Moore does have some serious medical issues. At least if we could mark the files medical so that Wayne County those. He is on SSI.
Okay. I don't think there's, the things I'm to take into consideration is whether or not he's a danger to the community. He's a lengthy criminal history. His behavior in this court has been absolutely egregious. Since these cases have started, he has assaultive criminal convictions. He clearly does not have any issue ignoring court orders. He is certainly a danger to Miss Butcher as well as the community at large. He's certainly a flight risk. He was already in immediate warrant status on one of the domestic violence charges on August 5th when he failed to appear for court. We've had a separate case where he had an immediate bench warrant on two different dates, both June 13 and August 5th, for failing to appear at court. He's now got pending against one complaining witness, 2 domestic violence cases, 3 domestic violence cases, a B&E and a home invasion. There's an allegation that a firearm was used in one of those instances. There was a police report filed. Detectives had to come over to the court Monday after there were allegations that Mr. Moore called the court, was extremely volatile with court staff. And Ms. Moynihan, the language was that he was going to come up to the court and commit a massacre. That's the allegation of what he was.
Now, this is where it gets intense. The defendant apparently made threats, disappeared mid-Zoom, and caused chaos before even formally entering court. The prosecutor lays it out calmly. But don't miss the danger level here. This is a real-life scenario where the court isn't just mediating a financial dispute. Lives are potentially at risk. The judge must maintain order while ensuring the defendant's rights are upheld. For viewers, this highlights an important point. Courts often navigate high-stakes scenarios where procedure meets unpredictable human behavior. And you can see the tension just radiating through this transcript.
Agree with you entirely. Mr. Moore is a danger to the community. Mr. Moore is a flight risk. Mr. Moore has shown absolutely zero respect for the criminal justice system, the legal system, or the safety of his own child that resides with Ms. Butcher. He will have a $250,000 cash or surety bond with a GPS tether with a 2-mile radius of complaining witnesses home. The file will be marked medical. Mr. Moore, you're to appear in court as directed. You're not to leave the state without permission of the court. You're not to commit any new crimes while released. You're to immediately notify the court of change of address or phone number. You're to have no contact with Ms. Butcher. And a matter of fact, you can't not only go to her home, you can't go on her street. These are on the felony case. These are the bond conditions set for 1796 FY. You are not to possess or have access to firearms. You cannot purchase or access or consume alcohol or illegal drugs. On misdemeanor, I've also signed the request for a court-appointed attorney to ensure that Mr. Moore has counsel at all future proceedings, and that's in the file. As to the 3 misdemeanor files, each of these files will have a $10,000 cash surety bond with a GPS.
Top of 250,000.
No, that's plus, so it's 280,000 altogether.
Hey, ma'am. If I can say something when you are done, please just let me know.
Mr. Moore.
Mr. Moore, you have a.
Prefer you not.
Yeah, Mr. Moore, you have a constitutional right to remain silent. Given the amount of hot water you're in right now, I would strongly encourage you to follow the advice of your counsel.
We've got pretrial services relative to the felony.
I will request a DSU report at counsel's request on the felony. Is there anything else?
Yes, can I say one thing, please?
Mr. Moore, your attorney is advising you not to say a thing.
I understand that. I'm asking, please. Would that be okay?
I would prefer you not, Mr. Moore.
I understand, I respect that, but this is my life in the balance and me ever seeing my kid. I understand that you guys are upset. I understand that I didn't show up and advise to every court ruling because I've had bad experience with the judicial system. That's not an excuse, but at the same time, it is the truth of what I'm saying. I have documentation showing, and I've called the courts. I called the detective. I called the domestic violence. I recorded them. And,
Mr. Moore, listen. Mr. Moore, I
understand.
appreciate all of that. I want to be clear, given your history at this court and what's happened recently, there is absolutely nothing that you can say that will change my bond on this case. Nothing.
How about her
Nothing.
conspiring to commit murder on me?
So
and I haven't
what will
To wrap this up, we've seen 2 very different but equally gripping courtroom cases. In the Dexter Austin eviction, technology glitches created tension, but the judge maintained control and the plaintiff navigated a tricky scenario with patience. In the Christopher Moore case, stakes escalated dramatically with felony charges and threats, showing the unpredictable nature of criminal proceedings. The key takeaway: courtroom procedure, clarity, and professionalism are critical, whether it's a civil or criminal matter. If you found this case as shocking as we did, hit that like button, share your thoughts and comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping breakdowns.